Jacob.
Yes, people, big. I tried to stop saying big up on the intro, damn it. But here we are. Welcome into the show, episode 225, the Untitled series. Now, you're probably like, damn, Jacob, you got a little pep in your step, a little spring to the ding, you know what I mean? And I'm here to tell you right now, while I'm still upset and disappointed at the 2 drop points, I feel like, I've been allowing myself to listen to as many opinions as possible. And you know what? I've come to one conclusion. Either the sky's falling and you better run, hide your wife, hide your kids, protect them by all accounts, because the sky is falling. You better protect your head, my friend. The sky is falling. You know, there's a movie I saw a long time ago. It's called Chicken Little. I don't know if you ever heard about it. I might actually go ahead and Google it for you. It's called Chicken Little. And it's about this little old chicken. Here he is. This guy right here. It's about this little old chicken. You know this chicken? He's all like, oh, the sky's falling. Oh, the sky's falling. You know, I don't remember much from it, but I just remember thinking, what a dweeb. What a little dweeby bird. This little chicken. Thinking that the sky is falling. And then I'm listening to grown men make me feel as though the sky is falling, and it made me feel as though, what am I doing? I didn't feel like the sky was falling. I was pissed off because of this cocksucker, sure. But I never at once, at the end of the game, felt like, oh, this is it now. This is it. If you didn't know, it's all, everyone, I love this photo. It's absolutely hilarious. But this got everybody feeling like this. I've got countless, well, I could count, but I'm not gonna, screenshots from various chats, from various channels. And all of these messages would probably lead you to believe that the sky is falling as well. Now, again, I'm not singling anyone out specifically. Because there's no need for that. And I got a lot of love for everybody, despite the diverse opinions. So, again, disclaimer, whatever you may hear on this show, it's okay if you're a little chicky little, all right? It's okay if you're little tiny chicky, you want your little cute cheeks squeezed. I mean, I'll squeeze them little cheeks, baby. I'll talk to you, all right? But, I just feel like the argument is so one-sided. The discussion is so one-sided. And anyone who's subscribed to United Spurs for any length amount of time, like Rich, big up Rich. He came in with a super size. Big up Jacob and fam. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Indeed. You're going to distract me, but distract me very nicely indeed with a super chat. You go and get your wish.
Here we go, the new Magnum sandwich to noon minutes. The deal is finally done.
It's finally done. So big up to you for the super chat. Big up Rich. Rich is someone who's in here and, like Scott M, and they all have different opinions than me. And that's good. That's great. I think that's what makes this the soup of being a fan of a sports team so fucking sweet, is the diverse flavors. Because some people, they watch things, they think that dude's a fucking bum.
And a bum, just a fucking bum and a fucking idiot.
Sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't agree, okay? Now, I'm going to get to the chat in a second, but I just feel like I need to just say this off the top. I just listen, I watch, I don't always comment. Sometimes I do comment, sometimes I don't. And, I like to support all channels, content creators that I like, that I think are good people. So again, if I pull up something and you're like, oh, that's from my chat, he's talking about me, just know that I like you, because that means I'm listening and watching your channel. But I'm also using examples. So it's okay. There's no need to, it's just people in the chat. But I want everyone to know, like, it's okay to think that the sky is not falling right now. I feel like people want you to fear so they're right, or people want you to doubt what you think so that way that they're right. I don't know if it's that way that they're right. I just don't necessarily understand the it feels like a gross overreaction, if I'm honest. And I'm losing my train of thought here because I really want to be succinct in what I say and be careful with what I say. But honestly, grown men acting like Chicken Little, it's fucking weird to me. I'll be so honest. It's just weird to me. Like in real life, I don't act like Chicken Little. I would never act like Chicken Little in regards to football. Now, I'm doing a very easy, simple reduction of a very grand audience here because it is a large net I'm throwing out here. But if you do feel as though you agree, you know, oh, there's points that they bring up, there's facts, there's the word facts. I love facts because facts and opinions, it's like a Robin Thicke song. Sometimes the lines can be blurred, and I don't necessarily always speak up, but I just feel like if there's anyone out there who's like, well, I felt this way, and then this person made me feel bad for feeling this way, or you go into a room and you're the only person out of 3,500 people, 500, 800 people chatting, and you're 1% of an opinion, and then people are all coming at you saying one thing and another, this, that, and the other. Now, I took notes. I don't, again, if you know me, you know that I don't take notes. You know that I'm not a very prepared motherfucker. I don't really put too much forethought other than what are some good bookmarks to talk about, some good subjects, some things I've been thinking about. And I try to keep it fluid and light and nice. And while that will still be similar today, I did keep notes because I like to listen, like I said, to what people are saying. What does the opposite side say? And I think that it's important to get all opinions heard, so that way you get all the information. All of the information, in my opinion, is the most valuable. Now, what you do with the information is up to you. So it's not up to me to say, oh, you should feel this way, you should feel that way. Again, if you've ever subscribed to this channel long enough, you know that I've never said that. I just feel like, you know, when you're making a point, it's very easy to say all the things that coincide with making your point factual, or it is the fact. And like, while it could be genuinely just facts, that's like, context is still crucial in a lot of instances, in my opinion. So let's just get right to it. And then I'm going to say hello to the chat. And I wrote down what I heard the gripe was, or the indications that the sky is falling, shall we say. The Chicken Little mentality. The sky is falling. And I was like, okay, well, let me go back and let me compare and let me look at things and let me see if there's other angles to this that aren't really being fairly represented. So that's what I'm going to try and do here real quick. So bear with me, folks. One of the things I heard, one of the facts that I've heard, shall I say gripes, factual gripes, and they are facts, says 3 clean sheets in 13. The last 13 games Tottenham played, we've had 3 clean sheets. Now, when I look at the season and I think about what am I really trying to do with this season, it's close the gap. That is a phrase that a lot of people, no matter how you feel, positive, negative, whatever. I put air quotes if you're only listening, by the way, so that way you don't get all upset. Oh, I'm not negative, I'm not positive, and you know, you could be whatever you want to be in this day and age. So I allow it. But I compare myself to those ahead of me, those I'm aspiring to catch up to. Like Liverpool, like Aston Villa. And I'm looking and I say, okay, so we had 3 clean sheets in our last 13 Premier League matches. Fair. Let me go look at the last 13 Premier League matches, 15 Premier League matches, and see what they did. Liverpool, Aston Villa specifically. Realistically being competition ahead of us that we could challenge them for top 4. Because we all know that City Arsenal, they're pretty well ahead of everybody else. And then it's kind of up to the rest of us to fight it out amongst the rest of us. And at least this season, that's how I see it. And, you know, the summer signing windows haven't necessarily like, wow, that really closed the gap. You know, people say, oh, Odebear means nothing to me. Okay. Solanke, he's average. He's this. Okay. Timo Werner, I agree with Timo Werner. Brennan Johnson, everything about they say about Brennan Johnson, I would not dispute. Everything they say about Timo Werner, I would not dispute. The only thing with Timo Werner I would dispute, however, is the notion that it was Ange Postecoglou who sought him, seeked him, scouted him, and was like, that is my guy. To me, it was more of a, I'm okay with that. That's fine. If that's good for the club, that's what I'm fine with. Because the club is always going to do what the club thinks is in its own best interest. Financially, whatever the goals may be, you can attribute to the owner, the manager, whatever. But in the last 13 games in the Premier League for Liverpool, last year, they had 4 clean sheets. They were 2 spaces ahead of us, and they had 1 more clean sheet and the same amount of sample size that is given from the indication that the sky is falling. Aston Villa, I even took it a larger sample size. 15 games, Aston Villa had 2 clean sheets. So now we want to put into perspective who won the league. Manchester City, they had 5 in the last 13. So to give you a greater representation, if you're like me, I need a visual. In the last 13 games, while it's say, 3 clean sheets in 13, that's abysmal, that's relegation. City had 5, had 2 more clean sheets in the last 13. Arsenal, however, I feel like is an anomaly. The best defense in the league last year by a country mile. They had 9 clean sheets in the last 13. Clearly, 3 times more efficient defensively. That's fair. The people who won the league only had 2 more clean sheets. Then I look at the guy right above us, Unai Emery. Good evening. 2 clean sheets in the last 15 Premier League matches. So then I'm like, well, we got more than that in less games. That tells me we're not as bad as everyone is saying. So Liverpool having 4 in the last 13. Okay. 1 more than us. They finished 2 spaces above us. I think it was about 10 points, something around there, that they finished in the table. I believe, with what we've done, that we are closing the gap between Villa and Liverpool. Again, that excludes City and Arsenal. And this is just in the one regard, in the clean sheets in the 13. And we're so bad. Yeah, we are. We do concede a lot of goals. I admit that. But the object is to go score more than your opponent. And that's the philosophy of the football. And I'm getting behind it. And that's just me. Again, you don't have to. You don't have to believe in what the club or Ainge is trying to do specifically. And I say Ainge because I've lost faith in the club. A lot of people have lost faith in the club, and rightfully so. Because look at the amount of success we've had. 2008, the last trophy. 1 trophy, 23 years. Yes, factual information. Atrocious, awful. But is that the end of the world? No. Could we get better? Yes. Should we try to do better? Yes. And I feel like Ainge and the recruitment and the players that we're bringing in the last, literally since... when Fabio Paratici went to the fucking clanker? We got Udogie and Sarr. And Sarr I'm a kind of question mark on, but got a couple good signings there. Van de Veen's a good signing. What's his name? Fabio. I think he got Cuti Romero. It's another good signing. Now we talked specifically whenever Ainge got here. There's some good signings like Van de Veen, Vicario. I like the Odebear signing. I like the Solanke. If they're going to be great signings, the time will tell. But out of last year, the signings that we brought in, not many you could say were like, oh, wow. But apparently those are Ainge's players. And I just don't understand that, because when Jose gets handed players, it's, that's the club. It's not Jose's fault. Conte gets handed players. Nuno... etc. But Ainge gets handed players. He accepts it. He gets all the criticism in the world. That's not even a point that I had written down. That was just a little side tangent I was thinking about. But another fact, I don't want to say statistic. I want to say fact that is thrown out there quite often. 4 wins in the last 12. 4 wins in the Premier League out of the last 12 that we played. Now, again, Ipswich withstanding, West Ham withstanding, Liverpool have 6 in the last 12. 2 more wins than us in their last 12 matches. Aston Villa had 4 wins in their last 4 matches, and they finished above us. Sounds to me like that number keeps me right along pace with the motherfuckers we're trying to get ahead of. So I'm not too fussed about that fact, if I'm honest. Another fact, last 28 games, form table has us, I've heard a bunch of different, I've heard 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. And to me, all that's irrelevant. In the last 28 games, there is no form table. There's only the table, the Premier League table. And that's the one that matters to me. The irrelevancy of form being in the 28 matches while also trying to like run that over into from last season to this season, I feel like is a gross misrepresentation of a fact. So, again, I just think it's slightly irrelevant. My fact to say anything against that, I didn't do any research against it. But all I know the research says to me last year was we finished 5th. We were the 5th best team in the Premier League, given all the complications, setbacks, yada, yada. Seems fine to me last year that we had 3 clean sheets in 13, that we had 4 wins in the last 12. We still finished 5th. The concession of goals is another. We conceded 61 goals last year. Conceded 61 goals last year. Yeah? Everybody's going to concede goals. Again, in the philosophy, the idea is to score more than your opponent. If you're going out there and you're trying to win 1-0, that's one thing. If you're going out there and just trying to bang goals, that's another thing. Now, if you're going out there, you're banging goals, you're getting conceded on, we should have been up 3-0 in that first half. Is that Ainge's fault? No. The tactics got us set up. You could look at any metric of measurement in like a momentum standpoint, watching the game, statistically looking at it, and every aspect says we should have gone up 3-0 in the first half, and we only did 1. So we were about firing on 33% efficiency by my gross estimation. Not efficient, not good enough, awful, atrocious. I'm still pissed about yesterday. But, you know, I start hearing things about Van de Ven, things about Romero. Oh, I got all these screenshots, and I don't even know if I want to pull them up because I don't know. The text is so small, I can't tell which ones are which. But maybe we'll do like at the end of my Sky is Falling rant, we'll do a little montage, and we'll pay homage to all the people who feel like the sky is falling in the screenshots that I have. But back to my notes here. I've been hearing a lot of things about Cuti Romero because when you watch an 8-second highlight of a goal being scored, it shows Romero not marking the right guy. And yes, that is true. That is a factual statement. He was not marking the right guy. Fact. To me, leading into that, I look at what led to my back line being out of shape. When a defensive line, this is my opinion, my humble opinion again. When a back line is out of shape, is because they were in an attacking formation, not because a team has built up their attack, have worked the ball and progressed it through our mid and now into our half, and we got beat on a goal. No, it was literally Brennan Johnson giving the ball away softly, weakly when we were starting a build-up from out of the back in which we were being pressed pretty heavy. So to me, kudos to Liverpool. Kudos to Leicester City's press because good job. They forced a mistake out of a very, very weak winger, as they should do. And they did. It led to us being out of shape. Now, this is where I have a problem where Cuti shouldn't be so high up on the list of blame while he is on the list of blame. Don't get it mistaken because people will take 10 seconds of what you say and disregard the next 30. But I'm looking at the fact that they were able to get the ball so easily off of a winger who had been struggling for a significant amount of time. I think he had about 20 good minutes. That's what I remember from my watch long. About 20 good minutes in the first half from Brennan Johnson. But even when he did good stuff, he fucked it. Fantastic tackle, slips over the ball. Just a joke of a winger. And he gets plucked and dispossessed. Now Pedro Porro's out of shape. He's trying to track back. Cuti Romero's out of shape. He's trying to track back. Van de Veen's trying to cover the space in which Romero's not. And then the ball gets switched play to the other side. I understand why that cross got over there. But now the cross comes in again. That's where I look at Destiny. A guy who, let's add some context before we start throwing Destiny under the bus, just returned from a very major surgery that kept him out of all competitions, Premier League, Euros included, last season. So, again, context around why an individual could look a little bit not as good in Destiny. And he's going to have to hold that. A young man's going to have to get better. And this is the second season for a lot of these kids, Van de Veen as well. A lot to be proven. So, it'll be a growing moment for Destiny. Not too upset. People say Fatawu got the best of him. I see Destiny's been skinned a lot. He gives the ball away a lot. And the same people that say Destiny was taken to the cleaters by Fatawu, he gets skinned a lot, gives the ball away a lot, in the same video say Maddison was our best player by a country mile. So I say, okay, let me look at them. Let me see what they did yesterday, respectively to both of them. James Maddison, 82 touches. In the entirety of his game, 82 touches, 87% pass completion. 19 times he lost possession. Not a bad pass, just lost possession. So on a day where James Maddison has 82 touches, 87 pass percentage, 19 possession lost, and the same token is Destiny with more touches, 86 touches. Same amount of pass completion percentage. More passes completed, by the way. Like numerically, but percentage-wise, it's the same. 87%. He lost the ball 6 times less than James Maddison. So he touched the ball less than James Maddison, passed the ball at a higher efficiency than Maddison, and he lost the ball less than Maddison. But apparently this is the player that gets taken to the cleaners, he gets skinned, and he gives the ball away a lot. I don't understand the narrative. But we move. Heard that it took 45 minutes to beat Ainge from Steve Cooper. But I was also told last year, after 10 matches, he was found out. So which one is it? If he was found out after 10 matches, it shouldn't be hard for Steve Cooper to dig up those footage and say, this is what they did well to beat him. Because, like I said, I was told Ainge was found out after 10 matches last year. Okay, let's say that's a fact. But now it's a fact that Steve Cooper took 45 minutes. That's all it took to beat Ainge. Well, which one is it? Because either he'd been found out after the 10 matches, or he hasn't been found out up until those 45 minutes from a masterclass of Steve Cooper. It's one of the two. Because again, someone tells me Ainge, his tactics, the way he plays, we solved it. We figured it out, guys, after 10 matches. And that's why we were so shit. And that's why our form was so shit in the form table. This table that someone created on Photoshop that wasn't from the Premier League. Okay. But now it's only, Steve Cooper. Let's prop up Steve Cooper because it fits the narrative. It is a fact that supports an opinion that they hold. Oh, Steve Cooper, what a masterclass. 45 minutes is all it took. This mid-level manager Cooper to solve the bum Ainge. But this summer, they told me it took 10 matches to figure out Ainge. So I just don't understand. Which one is the truth? Now, if they're both true, you got to pick one. Another thing in regards to James Maddison that I heard says, quote, James Maddison has to be far out wide to get the ball because everyone is in his space. And I was like, Yeah, I remember James Madison like really working a lot all over the place for recovering the ball. I kind of agree with that. So then I look at James Madison's heat map. So what does this heat map say? Is it pretty concentrated there in the middle? Here, I'll make this larger. The heat map is telling me most of the time he spent in the opponent's half. Granted, heavy on the left, decently spread out on the right, heavy concentrated on the left. That little splotch that looks like a falling, like a stick figure falling down. But it looks to me that there's these two areas. If you can see the screen right now, you could probably see my mouse circling. This area right here, a lot of heat in the middle of the park in our opponent's half. James Madison, who had a masterclass, by far and out the best player on the pitch, had to drop into these spaces here, yes, to pick up ball, receive ball, defensive set piece, yada, yada. But it looks to me like the left, middle, it's kind of the area in which he roams, and it's a lot of the area in which he occupies. And so then I was like, well, was Destiny in his way? So I thought, let's compare their heat map side by side. See if I can pull that back up. Hang on. Technical difficulty. Let's pull up their heat map side by side. Bang. Was Destiny clogging him? Was he taking up all his space? When I look at their Madison on the left, Destiny on the right, there's this overlap right here where Destiny's real heavy. A lot of red. That means Destiny right here. This is where he was most of the match. Right here in that red area. Right here. Right here. But that's because they were passing it to each other. So I'm like, who's in his way? Who's in James Madison's way? And why James Madison in less touches and less passes have more possession lost when Destiny as well is playing in an advanced playmaking role? I don't understand. What are the facts supposed to tell me here? Getting close to the end here, folks, so bear with me. I also got here Bergvall and Gray, that they were bad, that they aren't ready, they got caught on the ball time after time. So then I said, okay, let's apply the same logic and context that we applied to James Madison, whom was praised, and let's see how it matches up in regards to these kids, who obviously played significantly less time, if you remember. The substitutes right here, Archie Gray, 78 minutes, Lucas Bergvall, 78 minutes, James Madison out. Okay. And this was after that Bentancur injury, which was fucking... I hope he's all right. I heard he walked and all that. So, excuse me. Praise for Bentancur. But Bergvall and Gray caught on the ball time after time, is what my note has. And so my reply to my note was, Lucas Bergvall has 39 touches in 29 minutes. Because they added 9 minutes on at the end, so 9 plus minus the 78 from 90. You get what? If I get 29 minutes, 19 minutes, something like that. Okay. James Madison at 80. So in less than half the amount of time, Lucas Bergvall had 39 touches to James Madison's 82. So in less than half the amount of time, had almost the same amount of touches. That checks out. Lost possession 5 times. Lost possession a fourth less than James Madison. But he gets caught off the ball, Lucas Bergvall. So by my simple mathematics, I didn't go to fucking engineering school, but I did graduate high school and college with a, so I could do this simple math. Now Lucas Bergvall, with a third of the time that James Madison had almost half as many touches, lost the possession a fourth amount of time as he did, and completed at a higher percentage rate, 25 out of 26. So when he's getting beat off the ball time after time, was it his passes? Because there was one bad pass he had. Again, 25 out of 26, 96% passing. And he lost possession 5 times. One of them almost cost us a fucking goal, which is a subject I want to talk about later. Vicario, Bergvall, talk about it later. So, wow. So this guy seems, in the fraction amount of the time, to be a little bit more efficient than James Maddison. But the narrative is he's too young, gets caught off the ball time after time. Okay. Archie Gray, 25 touches, significantly less touches. Significantly less time, significantly lost possession less. So that checks out, right? 4 times he lost possession in 19 minutes to James Maddison's 13. So if I times that by 3, it's 12 times. If this continued, if his rate continued, he would have lost possession, which is 7 less than Maddison for Archie Gray. Now, his pass percentage is 86%, but he did complete 18 out of 21. So that's 3 bad passes that he was unable to complete. I don't know where they lost the ball time after time. Now, again, I watching the highlights back, I saw the bad play from Lucas Bergvall. I saw Archie Gray get dispossessed a few times. I said, yeah, that sounds about right for these 18-year-olds. So those are just some facts that I typed down that I really thought, you know what? Let's see if the sky is really falling. Do I think that the sky's... Because I felt it. I felt like, wow, it's all crumbling down now, huh? And then I realized maybe it's not all doom and gloom. Maybe there's another way you could look at things. But as a closing out to... before I say hello to the chat, I see 163 comments. Big up to everybody here. Again, I don't know what y'all are saying yet. God, I can only imagine. I want to just... I want to play a little homage, shall we? I'm just going to run through some screenshots. I'm going to play a song that you're very familiar with, okay? There we go. So let's set the mood. What's happening at our club? Ainge will be sacked before Christmas. Why can't Ainge adapt at all? It's insane to do the same thing over and over with players that can't do it. These dreadful performances are strictly on Ainge. As much as I dislike Levy, he's given Ainge funds. Our problem is we don't play enough direct passing and running. Instead, always have to go through the middle. Madison holding the ball too long instead of direct. I agree with that. Arsenal are going to open us up for fun. I can see a result so big at our stadium. Ainge is sacked on the spot. I love that one. This guy's fun. Aussie's dream. This guy's fun. Looking at the fixtures, I don't see us getting a win anywhere. I think Postecoglou will be gone after West Ham game in October. Turn down the music just a little bit, but I'll continue. Oh no, the homage is not over. Ainge is too naive. He's too stubborn in his tactics. His tactics are too easily negated by the other Premier League teams. Ainge thinks he's in Scottish League still. Don't think we've got good enough squad for European football. I mean, we qualified for it. So maybe he means like not competing, maybe. I don't know. Loving Big Ainge, even with all the facts, just shows you why we don't deserve success. That is wham. It took Leicester 45 minutes to suss Ainge out. Pretty sure this same person was chatting. Ainge was found out 10 games, huh? Ainge ball equals anger ball. This Benny guy's fun too. I like Benny. Jimmy Lee Spurs get Timo Werner out and that bang average Johnson out. I agree. I can't see how we will win any of those games. We're screwed. We're screwed. We could be bottom after 6 games. Haha. I like that one. Where else are we? Mason. I can't. That's kind of small. I can't see that. We'll go to the next one. Since Ainge, we hired Ainge. Yes, we did. We have outspent Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, and City. We just spin badly, too picky, and don't buy top quality. I agree with some of that too. Bergvall didn't do that. He gave it away more than he passed to us. He had 1 bad pass, 25 completed passes. So 1 bad pass versus 25, wrong. 39 touches and he lost possession 5 times, wrong. He didn't. This is just infactual. Ainge has a criminally suicide approach, in my view. You can invert 2 of your defenders into the midfield and then push your 2 center mids into attacking, leaving 2 center backs to cover. Unheard of in football. International observers kind of cooking slightly. They've got the stove on. Just want to know where the food is. Bergvall and Gray gave the ball away for fun, but Bergvall looked a lot more ready for the Premier League. I agree with that second half there, Scott. But Bergvall and Gray gave the ball away for fun 5 times, 4 times. Their average was less. They were doing it at a less rate than James Maddison was. Interesting. Ainge ball lasts 45 minutes, then turns into flange ball. I love flange ball. Sorry, son is past his sell date, but love the man. I do. I do love the man. Nothing will change until Ainge changes his bullshit tactics. Man City wouldn't be able to play this shit. Be interesting. Here we go. Aussie's dream is back. Relegation form! And he also had Leicester in a draw on his ACCA. So he bet against Spurs, and he's saying we're in relegation form. That's a hell of a Spurs fan. Again, gotta be a fun guy. What kind of shite tactics Ainge this moron? Make forwards wide open doing nothing and using fullbacks as their strikers. Ainge ball sucks balls. Love that. Sucks balls. Ainge ball sucks big time. You want to make sure y'all know that Ainge ball definitely sucks on the balls. Ainge ball sucks arse. Naive, open, embarrassing shite. And the final one to conclude before we can move on with this show. Relegation form. The Spurs fan base is usually 6 months behind. Come Christmas, when we're flailing in the bottom half, we will have nowhere to go. So just mark this down. I want to mark this for like note's sake. Like, let's get it noted. This guy thinks bottom half, Christmas, Ainge is sacked by October. Cancel Werner's loan. Yeah, I would agree with that. Then play 3 at the back, says Rich Cobberman. So he's going to change the tactics, change the formation. I agree with his first statement, by the way. Maybe I will tolerate Ainge until the end of the season. He won't change or do that, though. Anyway. I can tell how a lot of you feel about Ainge.
And a bum, just a fucking bum and a fucking idiot.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to feel the same way I feel about Ainge. It's all good. None of that was to say you gotta agree with me. I just wanted to represent the facts. And then also highlight some funny things I saw. I found it funny, so I screenshot it. I said, it'd be funny to talk about. So there we go. Now let's get to the chat, which I'm sure I'm far behind. There's about 200 messages. I'm going to go to the super chats first. Big up to Rich. I already said that, but big up Rich anyway. Big up every time, Rich. Talking Ball with the $2 says, to everyone Ainge out, are you ready for Ryan Mason again? I think I got a little nauseous when you said that, buddy. Big up, Colin. Jerome says, Jacob, I don't believe it is Ainge. It is our players' mentality. We could clearly see it. Once Leicester scored, they fell apart and lost their way. Jerome, I would even go a step further to say they lost their way and fell apart after watching Rodrigo Bentancur lying face first in the grass, unconscious. I think that fucked with them. All their faces looked a lot different at that moment. No excuse for the way that they played following, but it also looked like tired legs to me. We move. David's here. Big up, David. Def not Ainge out, but if he wants Premier League success, must make adjustments. I think he did. I really do. I really do think he did. And my prime example, David, is with Destiny's positioning on the pitch and where he you look at his average position and where he sat the most, he wasn't as far up. Unless we were in the build-up. Off the ball, he was not running up as much. He wasn't making those runs as much. That to me is an adjustment. I like the little adjustments, the little tweaks. I agree. There needs to be adjustments and little tweaks. Don't get it mistaken. Number 1, why use best Premier League finisher on the touchline? Impossible to get shots off, Son himself said in an interview. So number 1, David, I agree. But it wasn't Ainge in the first half who said to Son, hey, when you get that position right outside the box where you love striking it on your right foot, top bins. I've seen him do it countless amount of times. And instead he lays it off for Madison. Because I think Son is trying too hard to include everyone. He's forgetting the fact that he is the best player on the pitch. And I still stand by that. People are losing faith in Son. People are thinking he's done. People are thinking he's washed. I think Father Time is undefeated. Age is absolutely crucial in regards to the context of a player's performance. But it's also not an excuse for a player's performance. So for me, I've said all last year, I need Son to be more selfish. Take that shot from outside the box. Don't lay it off to James Madison. Maybe we get a goal there. I don't know. I need Son to be more selfish. And he could get his shots off. The space, maybe it's the tactics telling Son, hey, instead of not shooting it, pass it to Madison. I don't think that would be it. But again, I don't know. So maybe. Number 2, no emphasis on defense. I thought our defense was solid for the most part. Every counterattack they had, we were able to quell it, except for the one that they eventually scored on. But again, I look at why are we allowing these counterattacks? Some are inevitable. Mistakes are inevitable. Bad touches are inevitable. But David, for me, and this is just for me, I think there was absolutely an emphasis on defense and helping out and not being a last lying defender. And, all the things that people have been upset about. There's been minor tweaks and adjustments. While it's not completely a flip in philosophy, so it doesn't look like it's some kind of drastic change, it is still an adjustment, which apparently he's naive for not doing, but he does. So I don't get it. What are the facts? Number 2, no emphasis on defense. Oh, I read that. Yeah. Like I said, every counterattack we stopped up until the eventual one. You got to stop turning the ball over in those kind of areas. And that's me looking at Brennan Johnson. Now, again, there is a list of criminals, but in a court of law, when I'm bringing charges to somebody, you know what I do? You bring them to all of them, but you say, this is the fucking most guilty one. And then this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then these ones knew about it. That's how I allocate blame in regards to concession of goals. That wasn't a lack of defensive ability. It was a really, really poor giveaway from a really, really poor winger. So I do think there's an emphasis on defense. Just because we conceded doesn't mean that there isn't one, in my opinion. Donna Colin, member for 1-1, says, Wagwan, Mr. Jacob, thanks for doing good PR for me. I get it, you're a troll, but I don't know what time it is in India, but I think it's past your bedtime. Don't you have school tomorrow? Don't make me call you out by name. You're an embarrassment. Don't make me waste my time. But big up Donna Colin. Richie B's the first one in the chat. Says, oh my days, the meltdown after 90 minutes of the season. A lot of Spurs fans need to get a grip on their own shit. I agree. Anywho, big ups, Jacob. I probably won't be here when you go live, but if you do watch this back, I addressed everything and then some in the very, very beginning. Big up to Ned. I'm going to call you Wed because you were impersonating Staffy there the whole show. And honestly, I really appreciated that. So big up to you. I believe we did just get rated by Staffy. Big up. Everyone coming over from American Waffle. Everyone. Big up Nedu, man. Don't let Staffy flip you off and talk all that shit. Come on now. He think, but come on. Staffy?
And a bum, just a fucking bum and a fucking idiot.
I'm just kidding. Staffy is my boy. I don't know. If I called him my right-hand man, he'd probably be like, no, you're my right-hand man. And because he loves to argue. But that's my dog. That's my dude. I love me some Staffy, man. Come on, big up Staffy. If you came on over from Staffy TV, which if you came on over from Saeed on over to Staffy TV, you might be opening your browser and you're like, wow, what the hell am I watching? It's Jacob from United Spurs of America. And I just ranted for about 35 minutes about the fan base being chicken little. The sky is falling on Tottenham. We dropped 2 points. Same points we dropped last season when we finished 5th. And we were so close to the other contenders that finished above us. The other 2, not the 2 up there. I'm talking about the 2 closer to us. Talk to me nicely. But big up Nedu. I did go on a long rant. So if you wanted more on that, That's probably what you're going to see in the chat. A lot of people either agree or mad at me, or I don't know. But I don't think I accurately have a video to explain how I saw Spurs fans today, but it was just, I think they all need some milk.
He needs some milk.
So let's keep it 100. Let's keep the milk flowing, shall we? But big up Nedu. I appreciate that super chat. Grabbing a sponsorship. I will shout out all the sponsors at the end of the show, as always, as you know, as another one rolls in right here. Phineas, LOL, can anyone name a good fan base? No. I'll tell you, the fans that tune in from whatever fan base they belong to, the ones that tune in here, those are the good ones. And it's factions of fan base. I like those ones. I think they're the most beautiful, in my opinion. But again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Big up Kaylee Davis, member for 12 months. Moaning is boring. In most instances, I would agree with you. There's the rare odd occasion where, moaning could be quite exciting. But it says good things are coming soon. And I agree. To a theater near you, we got something in the works, baby. And people are listening to this and they're probably like, oh, when, Jacob, am I dreaming?
Am I dreaming? Yo! What's the point, man?
This part of Spurs fans coming up right here.
Even the guitar cannot help me. Fucking hell.
The Spurs fans right there.
Wallahi, I can't even the guitar.
Yeah, that's what Spurs fans look like to me. That's the video right there. I found it. But big up Kaylee Davis. That's one whole calendar year of supporting the channel. Thank you so much for that. Being a sponsor, as always, much love. I hope you and yours are well. It feels like a Monday, but today's Tuesday, so I almost said happy Monday. But big up to you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that support. Let's see. Where was I at in the chat? I try to make sure I say hello to those people. I always make sure to say salam alaikum to me. Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam to you, Royale. Jacob, did you see what Deji said about your goat on the football terrace? He said he's dusted. Big up. Lazy 8. Levy out. Ainge out. Lange out. Flange out. Bange out, mange out, clang out, Jange out, Son out, Kane out, Greavesy out, Bill Nick out, your mom's out, my dad's out, your dad's out. Anyone that you missed? All of them are out, man. Just get them out. Rip it up, baby. Rip up the contract. Well, lucky I can't even play the guitar. I can't even play the guitar. That's what it feels like to me. Big up Peter, says me. There's a poll in the chat I forgot to mention, by the way, has 102 votes. So surely, but don't call me Shirley, we could hit 100 likes on the video, unless you're probably disliking because you didn't like what I said. You know what? That's okay. The world is your oyster. You're allowed to do, feel however you want. Don't bother me. Wallahi, I can't even play the guitar. How are you feeling the day after? 49% says, I still have high hopes for our season. 31% say Spurs will always let you down. And that, there's some truth in that. 11% say, I knew we would collapse. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. You know what that reminds me of? That fucking annoying TikTok shit that Will from Football Carnage got me thinking about. That we're Costco guys. You ever seen the we're Costco guys, people? Do you know what I'm talking about? Is that a reference that anyone gets? Here. I'll do it on the same tab that I was showing y'all Chicken Little. Here. Let me make it so y'all can see. I'm going to show it on the same tab that I was showing you. This is Chicken Little. Spurs fans today. The sky's falling. Run for your lives. We're Costco guys. Have y'all seen this? It's really annoying, and I'm really sorry if this is the first time you've ever seen it. But it's like this father and son, which I'm all for fathers and son, like bonding and shit. I have a son, so I want to bond and shit. These are the Costco guys.
We're Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake.
We're Costco guys. Of course we had to try the new double chunk chocolate cookie.
We're Costco guys. Of course we have to try out the furniture.
I think you get the idea, right?
We're Costco guys.
We're Costco
of course we
guys.
work out with the tires.
I'm a realist. we're realist guys. We're gonna eat chicken bake. Isn't that great? Childhood obesity. What can be better than that? What can be better than that? I promise I do have some things to talk about. Oh, what's this? What's this that you might ask? What is that? Is that Jamie Vardy at a casino? There's no problem with that, right? No. This is old anyway. What's more important is what he says in this video, which if you haven't seen the video, I'm not going to play it because it's offensive. Because you want to know what he does in this video? Hurls racial slurs at people. So anyone going and banging on about, oh, look, he cooked Tottenham fans, Jamie Vardy. This is why I said he's a fucking disgrace in the title. I took out fucking because it couldn't fit that many characters. But this says, what was the point of Vardy doing this thing, by the way? Tottenham versus Leicester, comparatively, which we shouldn't have to compare ourselves versus these dirty fucking foxes. But he took it there. And he pointed, this is the part that really fucks with me. He points to the no room for racism, but I have a video of him being a fucking racist. But anyway, back to the point he was making. One Premier League. Or was it one relegation? I don't know. But when we look at league titles, Tottenham have 2 historically. Yes, I don't believe it was called the Premier League at the time in which we won the 2. But we do have 2, and you can't take that away regardless of the name. FA Cup, 8-1. League Cup, 3-4. European trophies, 0-2. So we beat them on all accounts. And they beat us in relegations. I don't know what he's pointing at. So I am automatically think maybe he's talking about, see, Royale's in here saying Leicester, Vardy. Yeah. So if he's pointing to the Premier League thing, one, this, that, the other, he's just wrong. In the age of information, no excuse to be factually incorrect when you're trying to talk about numbers of things. All right. I just looked up stats. It took me fucking 30 minutes because I was holding a baby, sure. But it wasn't hard to do a little bit of research. I did do it. And so then I'm like, maybe he's pointing to the no room for racism. Maybe that's what he's pointing at. I have 1 racist video. You have 0 racist videos. And maybe that's what he's bigging up. So fuck you, Jamie. You can hold that, you racist piece of shit. I love Japanese people. All right? You could be racist to Asians all you want. Fuck you. How about that? Where are we at? Big up Colin. Big up Fenway. Come not to play. Huh? I don't know what this name is, but you're a moderator. Who did you used to be? Says big up Jacob, big up to you. Big up Talking Ball, big up Eugene. What's up, everyone? Big up George, Lazy 8. How's everybody doing? Yo, what are you talking about? Big up Chicken Little was a film of your childhood. Very nice. Big up everyone. Spurs are going nowhere this season. The Ainge is not good enough for us. Oh shit, do I need to play the song? Hang on, let me get the song going. Big up everyone. Spurs are going nowhere this season. Ainge is not good enough. For us, he's Brentford levels. Which you wanted the striker from Brentford. It's weird. Hopefully we change the manager soon. Ainge out. Big up everybody. Big up everybody. You're allowed to be wham. You watched the watch along. I was doing a lot of wham. A lot of screaming. Ainge must be back in the summer. These negative fans need to relax. We will sign Ezzy and Tony and probably Gallagher. Great signing. We're building for the future. Chicken's on fire. Well, I don't know about Ezzy and Tony. I don't know if this is facetious. Are you being facetious? You might be. I don't know. Spurs have never been relegated, and Vardy's precious Leicester has been twice, so you can hold that. I've never seen my Tottenham Hotspur players, in the casino yelling racial slurs at someone because of their race, but that's just me. Ainge imposter having a clue. Very clever. Leighton Evelyn. Trossardinho, world-class. Romero, by the way. He is world-class. Talk to me nicely. Ian Ferguson says, evening all. Let's all breathe. Because, again, if Van Dijk's world-class, why is statistically Romero better? Hold that. Cursor, smash the likes. Big up, Jacob. Big up to you. Big up every single time. So super chat come in. Royale says, just as an outsider, bit early to be Ainge out, in my opinion. Big up Royale. I agree because you may not know this, Royale, as a non-Tottenham fan, but Ainge was the first manager since Pochettino. Excuse me. I drink carbonated drinks and then I got a burp. It's a conundrum. But Ainge Postecoglou is the first manager since Mauricio Pochettino to start and finish an entire season. How about that? Just for some context, some facts. But Ainge out, right? Ainge out. Ainge out. Y'all sound like Chelsea fans, bro. Chelsea fans all last year. Punch out. Punch out. And he finishes in Europa in his first season. They get relegated to fucking Conference League because, you know, United win the FA Cup, but punch out. Now they got Maresca, and their expectations are higher for Maresca, so they got what they wanted. Let's see how it works out. It's out of our hands. It's out of our hands. Let it play out, but history favors the dark side. Big up Jazz Fusion. Facts are, we just ain't good enough to win anything. Yeah, those are facts. I agree. We were factually good enough to get to a bunch of finals and lose, but that is about it. We were good enough to get to the final, but couldn't get over that last step. That is factually correct. I agree. Big up Leighton. Don't think we can win that game. Huh? What game? 1-1 against Everton. Mark my words. Mark my words. I am Batman. Alexander Castro, I'm a new Man City fan since yesterday. I said I would if Brendan Johnson was in the starting 11. Come on, City. Well, Alexander, I'm sure there's a lot of Tottenham fans over there. Maybe some haven't left who were on loan till July. You know, the same ones, they're like, I'm City till July. Yes, I'm City till July. And then in June, they're complaining about what Tottenham does. It's crazy to me. I'm City till July, but don't you dare do anything in June. I'm noticing. I'm on to people, bro. I'm on to y'all. Y'all can't fool me anymore. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Brendan Johnson lost faith, not me. I've lost all my faith in Brendan Johnson. Everything you hear from Chicken Littles about Brendan Johnson, I would not dispute. I would not dispute any of it. Atrocious. God awful. I have not heard any Chicken Littles, so I tested to hear what they are saying. Huh? What are you talking about? I just pulled you up. You were with them. You were listening. You were there. Come on now. Let's not lie. I had the screenshot. We ain't closing no gap. Hell no. It's a very small gap to close, and I think we can. That's your opinion that we ain't, but it's not a fact, Leighton. You spoke fact earlier. This is not fact. We ain't closing no gap. That's not fact until it's been proven or disproven, my friend. Big up Leighton. Love your polls, Jacob. Stay positive. Keep supporting. Big up Remy. Who said I was positive? Show me one time I've been positive. I'm a realist. I'm a Costco guy. Okay? Put some respect. I almost got through the whole bit without laughing. But big up Remy. Who said I was positive? Huh? Who said it? Show me one time where I've been positive, Remy. Show me one. I'm a realist. I'm a Costco guy. Or should I switch it? I'm a Costco guy. No, I think I'm a realist. I'm a Costco guy works better. I'm going to be honest. I got it right the first time. 2-2 draw versus Everton. Dig deep. Digging very, very deep, baby. Ainge Poster, no having a clue. Leighton, you're repeating yourself. You okay? Alexander Castro, Jacob, it's 3 clean sheets in the last 30 games, not 13. Well, the facts that I was presented was 3 and 13, so I went off of what I was shown. I actually think if Arsenal have a draw, loss, they might lose their shit. They might. Where are we at? Liverpool won a trophy with kids. Yes, they did. Some kids, some not kids, but yes, there were kids out there. That's true. You're not serious if you start to compare us with Liverpool. Oh, I'm sorry, Bader. Just like you didn't want me comparing wingers to Oh, how dare you compare him to Nico Williams? He was in the Euro. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry that I compared us with a club that's 2 spots ahead of us in the table. My bad, Bader. I'm really sorry.
I'm really, really, really sorry. I didn't realise that it was... I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing? It's not a funny situation. You're supposed to be apologising.
I'm not.
It's not funny situation. Why are you laughing, Jacob? You're not serious if you start to compare us with Liverpool. I do what I want. How about that? Big up Elmatic. Big up Jacob. Big up James Bond. Apart from Man City, no other club seems like they're invincible. Fairs. Remy says, come on. Jacob, we had 2 clean sheets in like 29 games, man. Okay. What you're talking about? I'm talking about the facts I was presented. I saw 3 and 13. That's what I operated off of. So come on now. Jacob, you're delusional. I mean, you're the same person saying, my eyes tell me my opinion, and those are facts. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. You keep telling yourself that. I'm delusional, but you're the one with a crystal ball. We ain't closing a gap. You don't know. You're lying to yourself because you enjoy being around fucking people like that fucking reaffirm and validate the negative feelings you have internally. That's what people like to do. They're like, oh, I feel like shit. Let me get around people who also feel like shit, and we can all feel like shit. You're delusional. We're never going to close the gap. We are not closing the gap. You don't know that. You don't know. That's like, I'm not going to work today because I'm going to get in a car accident. You don't know that. There may be no one on the road. There may be a shit ton of people. You might get in a car crash. But does that stop you from getting on the fucking road, Leighton? If it does, then that's your fault. That's your problem. I ain't here to tell you what to do with your life. But you're delusional for thinking that your assumptions are facts. You can hold that. Anomaly is the new buzzword, apparently. Very nice. Romero was a disgrace on Monday. I think you've been a disgrace in this chat tonight, Bader, but hey, no one's going to hold you accountable, right? I don't think he was a disgrace on Monday at all. I think he was one of our best players. You can hold that. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. I'm a realist. Didn't you hear me? I'm a realist. Spurs is a club my grandfather started supporting than my dad and now me. As much as Spurs can let me down, I'll never give up on my club through thick and thin. Hang it in the Louvre, my friend. I'm right there with you. It don't matter. Some horses are broken easier than others. And you got to be a special breed to deal with Spurs, I'll be honest. But again, everyone can deal with the same amount, less, more. It's all up to them. How long do we got to wait for these work permits? I think it'll be done very, very soon. Jacob, we will get exposed from match day 3 to match day 10. Again, not a fact, your opinion. That is your opinion, not a fact. Just want to make sure we know the difference here. Because when you go to echo chambers and you go to places that all you hear is the same shit you're saying, and the people on screen are all saying the shit you're saying, and no one challenges anyone's opinion except the one guy getting stomped on the chat. Yeah, you might think that this is a fact. We will be exposed. Ooh, maybe not. You don't know. And that's the fucking beautiful part of life. Today is a present. It is the present. Tomorrow is unknown. It is a mystery. It is not guaranteed. You may die tonight, but you're worried about match day 3 through match day 10. You ain't guaranteed that. No one's guaranteed that. I'm going to approach it the way I want to approach it because you're approaching it as my opinion is fact and we're going to be exposed. And I just don't subscribe to the same fact. This is my fact. I'm a realist. I'm a Costco guy. I am by it, bro. I don't subscribe to TikTok. I don't have a Costco membership. Fuck around, miss me with that shit. Big up Jose, El Tel Cocarel. Good evening, Jacob, all in the chat. Glad that you have swallowed the rule book. Big up, my man. Swallowed it whole, baby. Talk to me. If Ainge wants to keep his job, improve the defending, or it's going to be his downfall. See, that is a prediction. I like that. Big up, George. Say your opinion. Say your prediction. But don't try and pass off your word as fact. I'm a realist, and all I know is facts, baby. You know who else said that? Jim Jones. David Koresh. I think you know where I'm going. No team has won with the philosophy, well, outscore you. Technically, yes, they do. I mean, there's more to the philosophy. I wouldn't say use my reduction and simplistic version of the philosophy as the golden chicken rule of the philosophy. But you know who does win things? The team that scores the most against their opponents on every given day. And that was Man City. So it is, they literally just won with the philosophy of we're going to outscore you. We're going to dominate the ball. We're going to score more. That's just what it is. Happy Doggy Day, guys. You already know. Destiny, the goatee. Need to put the game away in the first half more often. Need to be ruthless. Big up Cormac. I agree. I don't really blame the defense. I agree. 3-0 at halftime, and then we cooking in the second half easy. Should have been what it was. Should have been. Keyword should have been, it wasn't what it was. Let me see. Where was I at? Oh, there's a super chat. Hang on. Jerome. Big up Jerome for another super chat, my friend. Appreciate you sponsoring the channel. Says, I wanted to ask all of Ainge out people. Didn't Poch finish 5th on his first season, got rid of Deadwood, brought young players, and then went on a mad run? Isn't Ainge doing the same thing? I think Poch almost got sacked really early on, too. Because he was having really bad results. But yes, we've done this. We finished 5th in our first season. We've gotten rid of a lot of Deadwood, brought in some young players. Mad run incoming. That's what I think's going to happen. I rub my crystal ball, my factual, realistic crystal ball, y'all. You know what it told me? We're going on a run. We're going to surprise some folks. Oh, that's not fact? My presumption and my opinion's not fact. I'm not saying this to you, Jerome, by the way. Big up for the support. It's just this constant, my prediction and my opinion is fact, baby. Talk to me. No. Ignore that phone call, baby. Romero's Trash says Trossardinho. You rep Trossard. You can hold that. Screenshots. Yes, they're in. The most disappointing was our reaction when the game went level. 100%. Because then Leicester completely started taking control of the game and it looked opposite of what we did in that first half. I agree. Yes, Kuti was awful on Monday. So why you had excuses about Romero on Never a Foul or Terry channel? It's not excuses. It's literally just telling you the sequence of events. The facts, Bader. The facts! Wham wham. I wish Paul was here. He would have been wham wham. That wham wham button would have been fucking on fire right now if Paul the Hotspur hippie was here. You could call it an excuse. It might be an excuse. I don't know. I'm not here to talk about the English language, but all I'm talking about is the things that led up to it and the names that I'm listing before Romero. Romero World Cup greater than any Arsenal defender. They can hold that. Big up San Antonio Hotspur. They were out of shape because they have no structure or plan. That's a lie. Both of those things are a lie. You've been exposed. Everyone at Arsenal want to win at all costs. Levy's like, meh, try your best, but as long as that stadium is full, we're good. Everyone at Arsenal want to win at all costs. Is that true? Because when they got knocked out the Champions League, they said, that was a fantastic, memorable run, y'all. We did it. And then they got made fun of it by their fan base. So I don't think that's true. I do agree with the second part of this. Try your best as long as that stadium's full, but try your best to get 4th or else serious questions. Don't make Levy get out that stick. Rich says, to be clear, I don't think Romero's a bad player. He clearly isn't. I think Ainge has set us up awfully and asks players to mark grass instead of players. Yeah, zonal marking clearly isn't working, but no set piece concession, no corner concession. But I mean, this Leicester, so like you would think that that's just kind of the bar, right? But I agree. And those are one of the things that some of the gripes I've had about Ainge Postecoglou. Again, people call me all types of things, but they just don't listen to everything that I've got to say. But Rich, you're one of the people I really appreciate because a lot of the times I've noticed recently anyway, that we've kind of disagreed, but you say your part, I say my part, and we're good. You know what I mean? It's not like, bro, at the end of the day, even the people, all the shit I was talking about earlier in the stream, all those people, we all want Tottenham to win something. So I don't get why it's like, it's the fans' fault. You did it. You're that comment, because we love Ainge, we don't deserve success. That's fucking mental to me. What is that? Because you love your dog, you shouldn't take him on a walk. It just doesn't make sense, right? Because you love your dog, you shouldn't give him enough food to eat at night. You should give him a little bit, not too much, because you'll spoil him. Because that just to show that you love him. It's like, no, I'm gonna give my dog until he's fucking full. How about that? Everyone feed their dog differently. Everyone take care of that dog differently. So it's like really weird to me when people say, "Oh, you love Ainge, you get the club you deserve." oh, fans are getting the club they deserve because they yada, yada, yada. Anyone who starts off a sentence with fans are the problem, or it's fans like you, or what's the other catchphrase? I need to start a whole you know the banner that I got for Fabrizio, for Paul O'Keefe, for Alistair Gold? We affirm interest, willing to trigger. I'm going to start making that for this shit. Spurs fans at fault. Motherfucker. That's crazy. Spurs fans, you get the club you deserve. Is that true? I just disagree. Where am I in the chat? Holy shit. The chat, I'm going to scroll forward. And if I see any new names, I'll stop and say hello. I'm scrolling. Big up Hugo, I see you. Big up Hugo. Steve Cooper apparently said he got it wrong in the first half. Okay. So are we pretending Ainge hasn't been found out? Well, which one is it? You shitting or are you pissing? Scott? Tell me. Big up Daniel Keppel Music. I'm in agreement with you. Of course, it would have been better to win. But it's not. Excuse me, what time is it? Shit, I got to wrap this up soon. I'm in agreement with you. Of course, it would have been better to win, but it's not the end of the season that we didn't. We drew the first game last year. We did. We absolutely did. And that first game last year was part of that Ainge was fantastic for 10 games and then he got found out thing. Hey, Jacob and Chewy. What I see is that we can't please all of the Tottenham fans. Absolutely spot on. There's sometimes people don't want to be happy, but don't worry, because I'm going to be happy.
Destiny Adoji. Oh, yes. Oh, Destiny Adoji Day. Hey. Idiots, man.
Big up Lee Gunner every single time, and Lee Reacts. He's got 2 channels, and he talks really nicely about Spurs on Lee Reacts. It is banter and sarcastic satire, but I love it. I probably shouldn't have told you how the gravy was made, but there you go. Big up Lee Gunner. He absolutely cracks me up. What a guy. Where are we at? All on scholarship, Peanut. Huh? We're big up Mud FC. It's who we are, mate. Same old Spurs. Vicario Sicario. It's Johnson's second season. He's still shy. Takes his man on only when he wants to take a woman on a date. Oh, that's funny. Vicario Sicario. I love the name, by the way. You should change your photo to Vicario in a purple shirt because I like that. I need to get me that purple goalkeeper shirt. Still can't find it either, buddy. I still can't find it. But I agree. This is my problem with Brennan Johnson, to be completely honest. 0 progression. And it's been almost 12 months since he's been here. And he has not gotten better. He has been just as shit. That was actually worse. After 20 minutes, again, he had 3 good tackles. I remember being like, oh my God, Brennan Johnson has 3 good tackles. What are we doing? Is Brennan Johnson trying to be a man all of a sudden? I thought, oh, you signed Odebear. That's what we needed to do. Now Brennan Johnson can cook. And that lasted for fucking 15 minutes. So there we go. Why do we even bother? I don't know, buddy. We all wake up for different reasons. We all get up and go and attack the day for different reasons. You got to find your reason, baby. You got to find the one that speaks to you and tells you, oh, yeah. Ainge should change his defensive setup. You don't have to screenshot anyone. There you go. Ainge will be sacked by Christmas. Do-do-ba-doo, do-wah-wah. Boo-boo-ba-doo, do-do-do. There you go. That's my singing voice. Come on, Ainge. Talk to me nicely. Ainge tactics has flaws. Yes, it does. But the Leicester game was all because of our players. Thank you. This is what we need more of in the world. You know, John Lennon said, what was it him that said, what you need is a little more love or some shit like that? You know, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't him that said it. I don't fucking know. We are so fragile, baby. We are like fine china, once cracked, not fully repaired, but put together slightly. And one bump, and here we go. Oh.
Here we go, the new Magnum sandwich to noon minutes. The deal is finally done.
Yes, they were, Scott. I'm glad you agree, buddy. Salutation, brother Jacob. Big up to the chat. Hit that like and sub button on the show. Come on. Big up Impanza. I know, I remember I was fucking your name up, but I said I'm going to go with Impanza from now on. Ainge ball sucks. Blah, blah, blah. Sounds like, bro, too many dudes online talking about sucking on balls. It's really weird. And then when you debate them, I remember I've mentioned Sava called out my balls. I was like, why are we talking about my balls, Sava? He's like, do you have balls? And then this guy, Angel, suck the balls. And then in the screenshots, Ainge and balls and Ainge. It's like, bro, y'all got some obsession with sucking on balls or something. I don't know what's going on out there. But big up to you. No shame. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Be safe and respectful. If you're into ball sucking, you know. I don't, but you can. Have you noticed the only people that say Ainge ball are the people that hate the term Ainge ball? Spurs King couldn't have said it better myself. Could not have said it better myself. How dare you? What is Ainge ball? What the hell is it, ball? What the hell you talking about, Ainge ball? I ain't seen no Ainge ball. What is it? What is an Ainge ball? Kamikaze, suicide. They're just attributing a lot of death, negative connotations to his style because why? Suits a narrative. It's suicide. Was this a fucking Hawthorne Heights commercial? Goddamn emo punk band? Come on, wrist and black my eyes. Come on, wrist and black my eyes. We're Costco guys. We're realists. Yeah. So come on, wrist and black my eyes. Come on, wrist and black my eyes. Google Hawthorne Heights if you don't know what I'm referencing. That's what it sounds like. Do. What the fuck is an Ainge ball? What is an Ainge ball? Big up, Rich. Maybe I'll catch you next time. You never know. Maybe I'll get you on the next one. It's fine. Jacob currently living in Fantasyland. He'll get back to reality soon. No, I'm a realist. When have I said anything like I'm not a realist, Bader? Vardy bantering your club is pathetic. Very pathetic. I hate that I even had to address it. That's why I've left this beautiful photo of him up this entire time. This is a screen grab from a video in which he was a fucking racist piece of shit. So fuck you, Vardy. Point to the no room for racism instead of the fucking Premier League. And maybe do research before you try and banter us. How about that? You fucking ballsack. How about that? Sam Thalasinos. That's a Greek name. Thalasinos. Kalispera to you, Sam Thalasinos. We basically minced them the first 45 minutes. A shitty 20 minutes gets us relegated. Great supporters. Wallahi, even the guitar.
Am I dreaming? Yo! What's the point, man? Even I can't even take even the guitar cannot help me. Fucking hell. Even the guitar, wallahi, I can't even. Wallahi, I can't even the guitar. Wallahi,
It goes on for a little while longer, but I'll stop it there. Big up Mud FC. I agree completely. We need to be clinical. That's the issue. Chances aren't a problem. I agree. Ainge can't finish for them. He cannot. Again, the tactic sets up in a way that we provide so many opportunities, but nobody capitalizes. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't force him to drink it. Just like Staffy TV could send you over here, but he can't force you to like and subscribe. But I would kindly say you should give it a thought because I allow difference of opinions. Today I'm going on a little bit of a rant because I really woke up and y'all made me feel like the sky was falling. And then I added context to everything y'all were saying. And it was like, no, it's not. But look at that. We're 80 away. And after I show this about 3-4 people, they'll unsubscribe, then they'll resubscribe. That's cool. I don't mind that because people like to fuck with a number like that. But we are, more or less 80 to 100 away from the illustrious 5K. So you can be part of that. Come on now. Don't you want to be part of that? Or part of that? Racism. This. Gambling. Debauchery. Racism. Is that what you're about? Not me. Maybe a little debauchery. Son is too submissive. He needs to show some grit. I think he just needs to realize he is the GOAT, and he needs to show it. It's like a dude who's afraid. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say it. Clean sheets are overrated. Overrated, understated, never duplicated. Illmatic, 19 managers in 24 years. You think quality managers are lining up to come to Spurs if we sack Ainge? Yeah, because Jose's had nothing but kind words for us as well since he left. So is Conte. This is the club. You can change the manager, but you can't change the Tottenham. You could do the history. The players. Which he did hit some home truth. Shout out Conte for that rant. Fair point, brother. Agree, Sonny should be more selfish. He should, because he is the fucking GOAT. He's my GOAT, dog. My favorite player. I did like Zlatan a lot. I'm not gonna lie to Clint Dempsey too, but Sonny, how can you not love Sonny? We drew away on the first day of last season as well. Yes, we did. Brotherly hate, love between Steffi and Jacob always. Can anyone name? Oh, I already read these. Actually. Men double my age whining. It's crazy, huh? We grown out here. We got rent to pay. You got to get ready for work and shit. You got to do laundry. And we out here talking about the sky might fall. The sky might fall. But I'm not worried. Big up, Twan. Long time no see. A big problem is Ainge starting Johnson over Decky. I'd say Johnson was dog shit, but dog shit serves a purpose by helping the soil become nutritive. That's a good point. Very good point. Ainge loves blowjob, and so do I, but not that kind. Oh, BJ, but not that kind, so do I. Sorry, I should have just said the acronym. I agree. Decky not starting was weird for me. And these are all things we can blame Ainge for. I do like this. This is good. I like that. I will blame him for that too. But I understand why he did it. I don't like it or agree with it, but I can understand why he did it, Twan. Because, again, like Solanke, Brennan Johnson is the name from last year that I'm stapling on Ainge's chest, because he went and put his neck on the line and specifically said Brennan Johnson is mine. My prospect. Okay. Not the club, not this was presented to me, not this was on my table and I approved it. It was, that's mine. So everything Brennan Johnson does shitty, that is Ainge's fault. Everything Brennan Johnson does good, that is Ainge's success. And the same is going to be applied to Dominic Solanke for me. Again, for me. Brennan Johnson and Solanke are two guys, everything they do, bad, Ainge's fault. Good, it's very black and white in that regard for me, because I don't like this. Well, he got Timo, he got Solomon, he got and just naming names and then, okay, I get it. You have a Wikipedia tab open. I get it. But like, let's use our brains and like contextualize and really critically think about what we're saying when we're attributing a lot of those guys to Ainge. Do you really think Ainge was like, yeah, that's my guy? Or do you think the club was like, we want to sign this guy because of X, Y, and Z, probably money, financials, ease. We don't have to, they already agreed. It's very simple terms, yada, yada, very easy shit. And that is the problem. But not Ainge saying, sure, that's fine. Because every fucking manager that fucking managed Tottenham has fucking said yes. And you're like, oh, Ainge is a yes man. But every manager has said yes to this board. Yes. You go to work tomorrow. You're listening to this maybe at work and your boss says, hey, turn that off. Get your ass to work. You say, yes, sir. Are you a yes man? Do you live your life trying to suck off your boss? No, it's a fucking job. Get a grip. That wasn't directed at anyone, by the way. Y'all, I'm fucking heated. Unfortunately, I'm a realist, even though I always hold out hope. As they say, it's the hope that kills you. I'm a realist too, baby. Yo, 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 big up Mookie. Big up Mookie. Not the Costco guys. I'm a Costco guy. I'm a realist. Me too. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, Lazy 8. You're probably right. But fuck him. How about that? But you're right. Brady's wife is a scumbag? I don't know her like that. Spurs have at least one racist video from the current squad. Bentancur? Yeah, that's true. Oh, Giovanni Lo Celso. I always forget that he's a part of our team because he's never in the matchday squad, even when he's healthy, like yesterday. So I don't count him. You criticize players like Johnson or Son, but what? Big up Thanos, by the way. XRY13. It's Destiny's name or number. You criticize players like Johnson or Son, but what about your megastars in defense? My megastars. I didn't know they were mine. Thank you. In defense, that cost us the game. They didn't cost us the game. Okay? The fucking lack of attack. Bro, you gotta score goals to win the goddamn game. But no, they cost us the game because the defenders didn't defend the goal. Why don't the fucking attackers go score the goddamn goal? Huh? Why don't they do their job and then the defenders do their job? And then we say, wow, they did their job. They did their job. But you're wanting to single out and you say, oh, don't say about Johnson's son. What about your megastars? They had to defend the one and only chance of the opponent and they failed miserably. A lie, Thanos. A lie. I need to end. I gotta go. But I fucking can't stand when people lie, Thanos. Big up. I don't see you here often, probably because you don't like what I got to say. But you're lying. It wasn't the one and only chance. Stop lying to yourself. Fucking A. I'm not your dad. I shouldn't have to decipher truth and falsehoods and realities and truth speakers and all that fucking jargon bullshit. I shouldn't have to decipher it for grown people. If you're a teenager on the internet right now, maybe. Maybe, Thanos. I don't know you. But this is a lie. I don't like lies. Jesus Christ. Let me finish saying a little bit. I had a bunch of bookmarks to go through, but y'all keep making me rant. Jacob, unless Ainge gets a set-piece defensive coach in, he will be sacked by Christmas, if not the end of the season, because he is too stubborn when identifying weakness in the team conceding goals. I think publicly he did indicate that he was too stubborn. That was his public statement. But after he made that statement, the rest of the season, we didn't concede a set-piece goal. So clearly he fixed it. It came back in the preseason. But as far as I'm concerned, those games don't matter. That's what I'm told. Preseason don't matter. Okay? Did we concede set-piece goals? No. So since he said that he was like, I'm not worried about it. I'll address it if it's actually a problem. It's not a problem. And I criticized that saying, no, it is a problem. We have conceded a bunch of goals. But then the next 5-6 games, 0. And then yesterday, 0. So I'm going to believe my gaffer over believing some realist on the YouTube, some realist in Twitter, some realist in the chat that everyone's validating him. So he's like, yeah. Woo, I'm so real. Fucking A. Big up Wilton. Big up Yogi Bear. Missed the last 50 minutes last year. We started with a draw, so it means we are going to go on a win streak now. See the what do they say? The rest is still unwritten? No, it's already predetermined existence. Big up Lazy 8 every single time. Oh, wait. Am I far behind? Oh, shit. Big up Daniel Skiskunia. Genuinely damaged fan base that doesn't deserve success. Ainge will go and have success elsewhere while this club will be stuck in the perpetual new manager cycle, never getting anywhere back. Ainge out. Ainge out. Punch out. Ainge out. Jose out. Jose out. Conte out. Out. Everybody out. Big up Katie Kim. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, Katie Kim. Sorry, this has been a rambunctious morning, and it's been rather rambunctious, I will say. Big up Potato. I just saw you can't be serious. You can't be serious. Comparing a Premier League club to another one that finished 2 spots ahead? How dare me? How dare me? This is crazy. I'm skipping ahead in the chat. This is crazy. Does Brennan Johnson have a work permit? Can we revoke it? That's hilarious. Yo, I'd never hear you define your personal football philosophy so succinctly until you said it in a Valley girly voice. Yas, lazy ain't, yas. Wah. The sky is falling. Wah. The sky is falling on my head. Somebody save me, somebody save me. Sack, Ainge, Postecoglou, somebody save me. Oh, the sky is falling. We need a manager, someone who's not naive. Oh, the sky is la. Christmas Carol bullshit. That's what I hear now. Christmas Carol bullshit. Bullshit. I go down to the goddamn rodeo and I see less bullshit than when I open up my fucking laptop. Oh, I need a new manager. Oh. But Ainge's win percentages. Oh, but when I pull stats that don't necessarily represent the whole truth, but just the truth I'm trying to tell you. Oh, Angel. Oh. Sound like the fucking gingerbread man from Shrek. I eat your bitch ass. How about that? Big up Tobago. Big up Martin. Mentality. Jacob in a fantasy land tonight. Bader, you can hold that with both hands. My reality's real, bro. That's you. Somehow the opponent makes an attack for whatever reason. That is why there are defenders in a team. Yeah, but our defenders are also asked to attack. So when we're building an attack and then our players are getting in the shape to continue an attack and further progress an attack, and then the worst player on the fucking pitch out of both teams gives the ball away very, very shittily, you might be out of shape at that point. Oh, give me Angel. Oh, but Ange. But Ange. Jordan Maldonado, in my humble opinion, and I mean humble, I think that every year we somehow can't get rid of this weak mentality. It is what it is. When we're under pressure or let a goal in, we are shell-shocked. This is a mentality issue. I agree. That's got to get fixed. Maybe because the heartbeat of our fucking locker room, according to Basuma, he's the self-proclaimed heartbeat of the locker room. You know, he's fucking high. So can we trust what he says? I don't know. Big up Phil Bilbo. Big up Jacob. How do you feel as Spurs let you down by being Spurs as usual? Oh, ain't out. The sky is falling. Oh, somebody give me an umbrella. That's what it is. Just one chance the whole game and we conceded. Lies. Lies. Why you always lying? Why the fuck you lying? Ooh, stop lying. Why the fuck you lying? Ooh, you fucking lying. Stop fucking lying. Ooh, girl. Y'all making it a bunch of fucking lies. Not happy about the result yesterday. Me either, SOF. But I'll wait to lose my shit if we lose to Newcastle away and Arsenal at home for the third straight time. Newcastle away. Oh, God, dog. It's 2 years of some dog shit results there, huh? We'll cross that bridge. We got Everton before that. We got to worry about Everton first. Come on now. I'm going to keep skipping ahead. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Ooh, Ange, I am so upset with you. How dare you invert the fullbacks? How dare you not attack? Oh, Jacob, how dare you defend this shit? How about that? Big up, Jacob. Appreciate the positivity and humor on your show. That's we keep it real, man. We keep it real. You're making it hard for me, baby, it don't go. Come on now. Come on, Galapagos Islands. Big up Christopher Ward. Big up George Kadaris. Unless Ainge goes to a back three, season is doomed. George Kadaris is using the same crystal ball I don't know from Amazon. Y'all need to send me the fucking link. Y'all who got this crystal ball that tells you final situations, I love it. I need it. I want to get the lotto numbers. Trying to retire, take my family to Greece for the rest of our lives. Come on now. You need to change that kangaroo to a fighting kangaroo. Hey, I wore this shirt for a reason. Thanks for noticing, Tony D. I got to end this show. I'm trying to catch up and then say bye. DJ Classic Tune, guys, let's take a chill pill. It's our first game. Destiny first preseason. New striker, still virgin until yesterday's game. Come on, guys. We will start winning. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Season just started, and we only had one game. And we're lucky I can't even play the guitar. You know what? I'm not going to play it because I played that video on EAFC and people were like, what the fuck video was that? So I'm not actually going to play that video. I'm going to withhold from playing that video. But that's going to do it, folks. I had a lot more planned. But we played good creative football. But the defense is not there. But what are you talking about? Good creative football with one goal? Is that good creative football to you? Is that good creative football? One goal in a possession-based side. Yeah. That's not to me. That's a shit attack. That is a failure in attack. Defense is not there whenever we need it. They were there the first half when the attack continued to give the ball away, and they stopped every single counterattack. So, again, the defense was there. Stop lying. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? I'm ending right now. I'm sorry. My wife is pissed. Y'all did this. This is y'all's fault. So big up to the sponsors of the show. Oh, my dog just farted. God dang. Rich, big up Rich for the super chat. Big up Talking. Oh, God, dog it Chewy, that stank. But big up Talking Ball for the super chat. Jerome, David for the big super chat as well. Nadu with the super chat. Donna Colin membership chat. Phineas. Kaylee Davis with a membership chat. Royale with a super chat. And Jerome finishing it all off here. I do appreciate that, y'all. Thank you so much for the continued support here. We are on the road to 5K, so kindly share, like, subscribe, all that shit that YouTubers tell you to do. It does do wonders for their channel, so please do it. Please do it. But as I said, folks, you don't have to agree with me. Just don't lie to me. That's the rule. Don't lie to me. I'm going to send you on over to Sunshine FC. That is the one and only Sunshine. Make sure you say Jacob Raid when you get on over there. She's a good person, so go like and subscribe to good people. She just hit 1K. Tell her dubs and tell her whatever you want to tell her. But I've said my piece. I feel comfortable with it, and I'm ready to move on. So as always, folks, live your best life. Love everybody you see. Be better than yesterday. Up the lads, stay fresh, stay blessed, all the good shit, baby. Put it in a pot, stir it all up, and fucking drink that. Down it, next morning you're gonna wake up, you're gonna feel good, like a fucking bum.
And a bum, just a fucking bum and a fucking idiot.
Come on, you Spurs!
United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Pop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well.